This video is very interesting because in this video, I am going to show you a live investment of rupees 1 lakh in the newly launched bond on Wintwealth platform that is offering a fixed return of 11.5% XIRR within a period of around 12 months. I've already covered one of the bonds on the Wintwealth platform in one of my previous video where I explained the different type of bonds and key challenges faced by retail investors like you and me while investing in the bonds and how Wintwealth is solving this problem. So if you haven't watched my previous video, then I would strongly recommend watching that video first. We have already discussed why it is important to diversify the money across stocks and bonds. And if you are someone who is looking for investment products where you can fetch higher than FD return, then you should also explore this new bond offering which is giving 11.5% XIRR return. This bond would launch on 22nd February for existing investors and 23rd February for new investors. Now before we proceed further with live investment, let me help you understand more about this new bond offering, like who is offering this new bond, is it a secured bond, what is the duration, risk, return, etc. And in my last video on bond, there were a few questions, so I have taken some of them. Alright, let's get started. Before you apply for the bond, you should know who is offering this bond. So this bond offering is from Quadrillion Finance Private Limited, that is QFPL, which is also known with the brand name Slice, that helps you break your bills over 3 months and help you earn rewards on purchases. Established in 2018, Slice is a fast-growing NBFC and backed by reputed private equity investors like Tiger Global, Gnossi Capital, Insight Partners, etc. The company recently closed an equity raise round of $220 million, which valued the company at more than $1 billion. So it is a unicorn. Company has a net worth of 365 crore and AUM of 1059 crore as of December 2021. So Slice is raising 40 crore rupees via bond with a tenure of 373 days, which is roughly around 1 year, with principal and interest payment by end of 4th month, 8th month and at maturity. So you will not only get your interest by end of 4th month, 8th month and on maturity on 1 year, but you will also get your 1/3 principal amount on 4th month, then 1/3 on 8th month and final principal on maturity. So that way it has a higher security layer as you don't have to wait for the entire year to get your entire principal amount. You will get 1/3 principal every 4 months in 3 equal parts. It means, let's say invested rupees 1 lakh and the company defaults on let's say 9th month, then NBFC would owe you rupees 33,333 plus interest, as it would have already repaid 2/3 of the principal amount. So your risk reduces significantly. This bond has an effective yield of 11.5% XIRR. As far as credit rating is concerned, QFPL, that is Slice, has a credit rating of BBB plus by CARE with a stable outlook. In fact, recently its rating was upgraded from BBB minus to BBB plus. Now before you invest your money, make sure that you understand the rating. Although it is not a AAA or AA rated bond, the positive aspect of this bond is that the company has recently raised $220 million in equity, so there is a good amount of financial safety. The bond offered is a senior secured bond, and as we discussed in the previous video, senior secured bond is backed by assets like personal loan, vehicle loan, gold loan, etc. Since it is a senior secured bond, if the company goes bankrupt and default on payment, then senior secured bondholder get the top priority in the bankruptcy proceeding. And if the resolution process is not passed by creditors, then these loans can be sold to another NBFC to repay the investors. So if a NBFC default, senior secured bondholder get the highest priority among all the bondholders to get the refund. By the way, this offering of rupees 40 crore bond by Slice is backed by personal loans given to salaried people worth at least 1.2 times of total issue size, that is 48 crore rupees. In the last video, there was a common question asked. If you invest in this bond, where will you see your investment? So if you invest in this bond via Wintwealth, you can see the investment details on Wintwealth platform, as well as the detail would be visible on your Demat account. For example, if you have a Demat account with Zerodha, then you can see the holding in your Zerodha account. Please note that since this bond is not a listed bond, you can't sell this bond on exchanges like BSE or NSE. So if you want to sell this bond before maturity, then you have to contact Wintwealth team. They will identify another investor for the bond. Although there is no guarantee that you will always find a buyer. So taxation on this bond would be as per the tax slab. If you fall under 20% tax bracket, then you have to pay 20% tax. And if you fall under 30% tax bracket, then you have to pay 30% tax. Moreover, there would be a 10% TDS deduction at source. Before you invest your money, you should know that this NBFC has been operational for less than 5 years and the majority of company portfolio was built in the last 9 months. This may give investor less data to analyze the NBFC. And this NBFC is although profitable, but it has reported losses due to high operational cost. So if you open Wintwealth website, on top you will see the option to click on Explore Asset. So if you click on this, it will show you this Slice Feb 22, which would launch on 23rd February 2022. Since I am an existing investor, it is allowing me to invest on 22nd February. By the way, before you invest your money, make sure that your KYC is done. So if you are a first-time investor, you need to share your details like your PAN card, your Demat account, your bank details and so on. So once your KYC is done, you would be able to invest. And please note that this is an unlisted bond. And you can see all the details. You have got 11.5% XIRR, you have got 1 year maturity, interest payment is every 4 months, principal repayment is every 4 months, and minimum investment is 10,000 rupees and issue size is 40 crore. Now if you click on this see asset details, you can see all the details. For example, the following income generating senior secured bond are being issued by NBFC Quadrillion Finance Private Limited, slice of a tenure of around 12 months. So remember, this is a senior secured bond and it is an unlisted bond, and all the details we have already discussed. So the collateral size is 1.2 times of asset size. And what are the collaterals? It is basically the personal loan given to salaried people. And the NBFC rating is KABB plus with a stable outlook. So if you scroll down further, you will see a very interesting visualization. Here it says 33% of your principal will be repaid every 4 months along with interest for the period. So you can see here that on day 1, you will be investing your initial capital. Then on 4th month, you will be remaining only 66% principal because your 33% principal and interest would be repaid after on the 4th month. And then on the 8th month again, your 33% principal would be repaid along with interest. So you would be left with 33% principal. And on final, again on the maturity, you will get your 33% principal with interest payment. And if you scroll down further, you can see all the details like your risk, how to invest, FAQs and all of that. On the right hand side, you can see the amount you want to invest, which is here it is showing 1 unit which is the minimum amount, and that is your 10,036 rupee. And let's say I want to invest in 10 unit. So basically the amount I would have to pay is 1,362 rupees. And you can see the interest which is pre-tax return is 1,07,451. And pre-tax return is 11.5% and all of this. Now here it is very important to understand that it is an XIRR return. Lot of investors make the mistake of calculating the simple interest. So you might wonder that if you are investing 1 lakh and let's say the return is 11.5%, then why you are not getting 11,500 as interest? The reason is because this is an XIRR calculation where after every 4 months, your 1/3 principal you are getting back. So after 4 months, you are only left with 66% principal and the interest would be fetched on that 66% of the principal amount. Then after 8th month, you are left with only 1/3 of your principal amount. So the interest would be fetched on that 1/3 amount, right? Let me just quickly show you how to do this XIRR calculation. So here you can see the investment date is 22nd February, number of lot I am buying is 10, tax bracket which is basically your TDS 10%, lot size is rupees 10,000 and your investment amount. Now this is very important, this is the cash flow I am talking about. So on 22nd February, I would be investing 1,393 rupee, and since it is a money outflow, it is in negative. Now on 10th June, I would get 36,979 rupee. On 10th October, I'll get 35,804 and finally I'll get 34,666. So let's see what is the total return I would be getting. So this is the sum of basically these 3 fields. So on my investment of 1,393, I'll get 1,07,451 rupee. Now how to calculate this XIRR? Very simple. Just put XIRR, open the bracket, select these 4 fields, put comma and select these dates and close the bracket. There you go. This is the return, 11.5% XIRR. Very simple calculation. Please remember, all the mutual fund companies, when you invest via SIP or whatever way, they all do this XIRR calculation. Nobody do the simple interest calculation. So remember how to calculate this XIRR function. Now let's go back. I am clicking on this invest now. Since I am already an existing investor, I am getting this opportunity to invest on one day before, which is on 22nd February. So I just need to click on I understand, then invest now, and there you go. Basically, I've already loaded the fund, so all I need to do is click on this and done. Your payment of slice has been successfully processed. Now if I want to see my investment detail, I just need to click on this particular dashboard, and you can see here that what is the amount of money I invested, what is the current value, since it is showing an active investment of 1. So basically I can see all the details on this Wintwealth platform, as well as I would be able to see this detail on my Demat account. So very simple process to invest in this particular bond. I hope you will find it very useful. So in this video, I have shown the live investment where I invested rupees 1 lakh in this new bond offering from Slice that is offering a yield of 11.5% XIRR. I hope you will find this video useful. But before you invest your money, make sure that you understand all the risk aspect of investing in this bond and make an informed investment decision. You don't have to blindly follow me. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.